And I think now, even though with the most scuffed stats, a decent setup, I'm gonna see if I can do at least one Barrows run. Just one, that's it, nothing more. Just to see where we're at on the scale of what I need to improve on in terms of gear and supplies and things like that. Alright, we have arrived at Barrows, and we only lost one food while going through the Mortmire Swamp. And the thing is, I think that is right now my best way of getting here is transversing through the Ectofile from Port Phasmatis, going through Canifis down from the Fort Myers Swamp, all the way through that little area, then to here. Also, one thing, if you are wondering, the spade that's in here, I am not allowed to take because that came out in 2013 as a part of a quality of life update for Barrows. And with that being said, I think it is time for me to do my first ever Barrows run on this account. Oh my goodness, no! I tried to flick and I messed up. My first ever Barrows brother and I screw up so badly already. Well, I just ran out of prayer. I'm not gonna drink the second dose. I'm gonna save that for... maybe I should. Oh no. No! Oh man. I had that guy cheering me on and everything, and I just couldn't pull it out. I really thought the Dragon Scimitar. Oh my goodness! Weesh. Yeah, I thought the Dragon Scimitar would be enough, even with these stats, but I guess not. I'm not ending on that. I'm gonna have to restock and redo it. I'm determined just to get one chest. That's all I want. Well, I think we all should have seen this coming, because it started off really bad and it ended in disaster. That just motivates me to become even better. And it also does point out a huge flaw in our strategy. But after that, what I'm gonna do now and for the next little bit, I am gonna upgrade my gear and train just for the sole purpose of getting through this run and moving on. Alright, I went away for a while to rock crabs and trained to 50 ranged, and our gear is significantly upgraded, and we're also using addy arrows, which increases our max hit for using range to 9. Using range is by far more DPS to Aram than using a Dragon Scimitar, despite the gear not being as good as it can be when I finally start running through Barrows runs for real. Yeah, I can already tell, the difference is night and day, and it's not even close. I am doing so much better on Aram now.
It is now 3 Barrows Brothers down, except now we have 2
prayer points, which we're not going to get through these 3 without them. But before I go, I do want to try and take down one of the melee brothers, because I mean, we have all this food and I'm not going to let it go to waste. So I'm going to try Torag, I think would be best. Torag wasn't that bad. All the melees are pretty easy with Ivan's Blast since the max hit is 25. But after Torag, I have Guthin and Carol left, and I'm gonna go resupply before I go and take them on. The Barrows clip and a few clips after that got corrupted. So I do not have anything related to that. I finished the Barrows trip. I'll put a picture of the collection log on screen now. But I did get the 35 bolt racks. I got chaos runes, blood runes, and what else did I get? A few hundred death runes, which you'll see in the next clip. I'm also going to be in the Chaos Druid Tower, which is right next to our Doin, and these Chaos Druids drop a lot of herbs. The 2 herbs I'm looking for right now are Harlanders and Ranarr Weeds. And after I get all of these, I head over to the Leprechaun all the way near the Ardoin farm patch, note these, and then come all the way back here and repeat the whole process. And not only are they a good source of herbs, but they are also a good source of law runes, as they drop 2 law runes in a shot of 1 in 18. So those 3 things of Harlanders, Ranarr Weeds, and law runes are all that I'm looking for here. In the meantime, I'm training my combat experiments. I am back here at Black Demons for 3 reasons. 1 is I need to get rid of my chaos runes and death runes. 2, I need to get level 60 magic, and 3, when I do get level 60 magic, I can cast Flames as Zamorak, which at this point I will only need blood, air, and fire. So when that point arrives, which is pretty soon, I will have no use for chaos or death runes anymore. So I just use up all of my chaos and death runes, and the only thing I have to show for it is these 2 Harlanders, and I am 10k away from level 60 magic. Alright, we just hit 70 combat level, and that means we can now use the Xanaris Slayer Master, which will be our best Slayer Master until level 50 Slayer and 100 combat, I believe it is, with Duradel. So the Xander Slayer Master is our second best one that we can use on this account. And I've been sitting here at experiments for the past little bit while editing the previous video, and I got level 57 strength and level 50 defense. So we're looking pretty decent now on the combat stats. As for now, I think I'm gonna leave this area here pretty shortly and go do a few things. Like, we're almost level 50 crafting, so I want to get that up real quick. Shiloh Village is up next, and then after that, maybe 38 herb lore, and then maybe a few other things. And get back into farming too as well. So there's a little bit of things to think about before I leave here. Alright, first and foremost, I want to get 50 crafting, and I also do need the diamond to get into the Lost City area to get the Dragon Dagger, and I also need a ruby for the Amulet of Strength that I'm going to be making at level 50 crafting. Now, one quest that really helps with that is Shiloh Village, because in Shiloh Village there are gem rocks which are able to give me a diamond and a ruby. It also does give me about 4,000 crafting experience, which should get me about 6,000, 5,000 away from level 50 crafting. Now I'll just go back to Al-Kharid, cut some gems there, and then I'll be perfectly fine. Level 50 crafting, I can make my Amulet of Strength.
Oh my goodness, why do people not clear out their voodoo victims? This part right here, all I have to do is walk in my 70 agility. So much for getting 70 agility. How much? Okay, 15 damage. I don't have a lot of hit points to spare, but...
Alright, we are having trouble with some inventory management. We're gonna drop you. I need to keep you. Like, this quest has 7 items in my inventory that I have to keep. And I have to keep the chisel. The spade, I think I can give up.
Yeah, looks like the spade's the one that has to go. Sorry, little buddy.
The funny thing about playing this game is that you can easily tell how old the quest is given by how much dialogue it puts into your chat. Like, if you're seeing like a whole bunch of dialogue like this, like constantly throughout the quest, then it's a RuneScape Classic quest. There's no doubt about it. Like, okay, for example, name me one item that was released within the past like 20 years that had parentheses within the examine text of an item. I can't think of one. None. It's a RuneScape Classic thing. It's a funny little quirky thing. I'm sure if I use this corpse on this thing, this will be the end of the quest. Yes, sir. Shiloh Village is complete, and we don't get a crafting level, but we do have access to Shiloh Village. So I'm gonna head over to there and see what's up and get a few gems.
Alright, so we're in Shiloh Village, and this guy Obley here runs a general store, and we can buy a pickaxe from him. And now just north of the general store is this little area of gem rocks, and it looks like someone's already here, and it's a bot, so I'm gonna have to hop.
Alright, so we have an open world, and we have to mine all of these until we get a ruby and a diamond. Now, in the future, if I ever do need a sapphire, emerald, ruby, whatever, I'll always come back here and use this gem rock mine, since this is the only gem rock mine I believe I can use. And also for never mind. I was about to say, it's a 1 in 32, but it's the first one that I get. But uncut diamonds are a 1 in 132, and uncut rubies are a 1 in 25. So this might take a little bit, but after this right here, it's probably going to be a lot quicker than I think it's going to be.
Hoo-wee! Okay, that only took like 10 minutes to give it a little generous, but 5-10 minutes, and I got the uncut diamond and uncut ruby. Awesome. So
we are already here in Shiloh Village. I think I am just going to sit here and fly fish because I believe it's Hero's Quest or Rum Deal. I need to do both of them, but one of them requires 53 fishing, and we're only at 26. So, where's my cat? Here's my cat. My cat needs an hour and a half, really, before I can turn it in. So I'm going to sit here for the next hour and a half and hopefully get a few fishing levels.
Just hit level 40 fishing, and now we can fish lobsters. But we now have 20 more minutes until we can turn this guy in. So we're going to stay here for maybe like another level, I'm going to say. So we just hit level 41 fishing, and this guy has, what, 4 minutes? So I'm just going to head over to West already now, and he should be a cat by then.
This should be the last inventory of cut sapphires before we do hit level 50 crafting. Then there we have it, level 50 crafting. We can now craft ruby amulets, which means we get enchanted, I think like level 57 magic or something like that. Actually, no, it's level 49, that's what it is. But with level 50 crafting, we're going to make this into a ruby amulet, and then we're going to... Actually, I can just teleport to Baroque. We're going to change this little ruby right here into a ruby amulet, and then with level 49 magic, we can imbue it into a strength ammy. Oh, not today, my man. Alright, now we have our Cosmic Rune, so therefore we now have a Amulet of Strength, which now gives us a plus 10 in our melee strength, which is now a total of 83. Alright, so I used up the rest of my Death Runes at the Black Demons here, and we're only 200 XP away from level 60, so I'm just going to use the Camelot Teleport just to finish off the last bit of XP that I need for level 60. There we are, level 60 magic, and now we can do the Mage Arena, which will give us our Zamorak Staff and Zamorak Cape. I'm going to be doing something that I'm not too happy that I have to do, but I'm going to have to do regardless. In order to get into Xanaris to get my Dragon Dagger, I need to get my Dramen Staff. In order to get my Dramen Staff, I need to get onto Entrena. In order to get onto Entrena, I need to drop all my stuff. So right now, I'm going to be death piling, let the poison kill me. And as usual, with the accounts rules, I only have 10 minutes to get all my stuff back instead of the usual 1 hour that Ultimate Ironman have. So let's hope I don't lose all of my stuff again like last time. Just got the Dramen Branch for the Dramen Staff, and we have about 5.5 minutes left. Got back with around like 2 minutes left. I didn't use an actual timer. I've been looking at the clock on the bottom right side of my screen. And yeah, it's 8 minutes. It wasn't too horrible. And all we have to do is talk to one of these gatekeepers and give him one of our diamonds. Now with that, we can talk to... where are you? Ah, it's Jukat here, and Jukat does sell me the Dragon Dagger, also the Dragon Longsword, but I'm not going to use that. With the Dragon Dagger, 30k, and also the special attack is what we're really going to be using it for. Just for the fun of it, I may or may not do one task right now, but speaking to Chaeldar here, wherever she is, I'm going to see what task she's going to give me and see if I can do it. Alright, a Cal fight, 118 Cal fight, that is not a horrible Slayer task. I will take that for sure. Alright, I am geared up and ready to go to take on Collodion, and he's going to put me out in like deep wilderness, so I can be PK'd, which is why I have a bunch of food in my inventory. But the actual mini quest itself, the fight arena, should not be too difficult, so hopefully I should get through this really quick to minimize the risk of being PK'd. No, I ran out of prayer! So that's done, but we did lose Clay's Gauntlets, our book, and the Dramen Staff when we died. That's unrecoverable. But after we claim the staff and the cape, I'm going to go out and recover all that back again. After examining all the god spells, I think Zamorak is the best way to go, since for Zamorak, all you need is 4 fire runes, 1 air rune, and 2 blood runes. And when you look at the other god spells, this Zamorak one is the much cheaper option. Our new total magic bonus without the Berserker Helm is a nice plus 30. And with the Zamorak Cape, we of course get the Zamorak Staff. And look at us now. Now this right here is what our magic setup's going to be looking like for quite a while, until we get Arams, I believe. This is exactly what our magic setup's going to look like. We are here in the Calphite Cave to begin our first ever Slayer task. Now, I don't have the gem, and I don't have the Dramen Staff, which I'm going to get after this task. But I do know there's 118 Calphites that need to be slayed, so let me see that and see how it goes. It is very important for me to mention this, and that the whole Slayer reward system, the points and all of that, was done around in 2005. So anything like extensions or like the Slayer helmet or anything like that, I'm not allowed to get. And the only time I'm allowed to spend points is to cancel or block tasks. And even then, that is only if I do get a monster that came after December 31st, 2005. Like, I think the Xanaris Slayer Master assigns Ankus, which came out in 2006, so if I do get an Anku, I would block it. If I don't have the points to block it or cancel it, then I'll have to go all the way to Berthorpe and reset my Slayer task there. Alright, so I just finished my first ever Slayer task, and we got 20 Slayer levels. Well, actually 19, for a total of 20 Slayer. And also, we did get a strength level at the last minute. So for the past little bit while, I have been farming and getting some herbs. And one thing I've been noticing is I've been getting a lot of Terramins, and I have 34 Terramins right here. And these Hobgoblins right here, they have like a roughly 1 in 5, 1 in 6 chance of dropping Limpwort Roots, which make Strength Potions. Now, Strength Potions do give a little bit of XP, but it does bring me a lot closer to the level 38 goal for Herb Lord that I have. Just finished the Maze Random event. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, not bad at all.
Got another maze and for some decent-ish rewards.
Oh yeah, I've also moved down here to the Asgardian dungeon because these guys also drop Limpwort Roots and Limpwort Root Seeds, so this is a little bit more efficient. I am taking a little bit of a break, and we are a little under 1,000 XP away from Herb Lord level 37. And right now I'm going to be doing Nature Spirit, because Nature Spirit is a requirement for an 8 of the Hierarchy. And the quest in 8 of the Hierarchy will provide me that little trap door near the bar in Canopus, which will allow me to use a shortcut to make my trips to Barrows a little bit quicker than going through the Mortmire Swamp. And that is Nature Spirit completed, along with a bunch of XP. And we also do get level 59 hit points and level 71 combat.
Another maze, a third maze, back to back to back.
Ooh, wow, that is a lot of Chaos Runes. 685 Chaos Runes just from our 3 maze random events. Oh yeah, also I have to do the Giant Dwarf because in Kill the Grim, which the quest gives access to, sells the Steel Warhammer, which is needed for the Inherit of the Hierarchy quest.
Oh no, I forgot I need level 16 fire making.
So I'm at the final part of the Giant Dwarf, and I have now unlocked the Blast Furnace, which I actually did not know came out in 2005. Also, this ore shop is now available to me as well. That is the Giant Dwarf completed, and now we are going to do the In Aid of the Hierarchy quest. I have all of the steel weapons that I need in my inventory, so let's go ahead and do it. This guy right here has this boat right here, which is my ticket from the Canopus bar trapdoor thing all the way down to Barrows. And again, it does make my Barrows trips a little bit quicker because I don't have to go to the Mortmire Swamp and through like the little loop-de-loop thing after it. And at this point of the quest, by talking to Viliath here, he does tell me that I can go down the trapdoor to get to this little cave system to go to the boat where I just got outed from. So now we have officially unlocked the whole new route to get to Barrows. And now we have officially completed In Search of the Hierarchy. Alright, whoa. One thing that just came to my mind is, why don't I just do Edgar's Roost? Because that just gives me 11,000 Herblore experience. Why am I farming? Why am I doing all of this? I could just do that one quest. Well, actually, I need Troll's Stronghold, which I could do right before that, but Edgar's Roost gives me 11,000 Herblore experience, and it came out in like 2004, I believe. So what am I doing here? Let me just do those 2 quests real quick. A very super simple and short quest, that is Troll's Stronghold completed. And we also do get the Law Talisman, which means we can now make Law Runes, but I don't see us getting like the 44 or 45 rune crafting level to make Law Runes anytime soon, or ever really. And now it is time to start the Edgar's Roost quest. The amount of times I had to go back and forth between here to Taverley to Ardoin and back to Edgar just to get all of his stuff for this quest is just way too much. But that is the ultimate Ironman experience. And now for the most fun part of this quest. I have to navigate this little maze here without getting caught in order to get the Goutweed to finish the quest. And now, it is fun if I get through this part the first time. But anytime after that, it's not fun, it's just annoying. Alright, this should be it right here, getting the Goutweed. Oh my god. What? I think I got stuck on the troll or so. I don't. Why didn't I get the Goutweed? Click on this side, not the case. Yeah, right there. Okay, there we go. Now you should knock me out. Cool. I'm pretty sure we just take this to Sanfu and then we're done with the quest. Alright, this should be the end of Edgar's Roost, and we get 11,000 Herblore experience for level 40 Herblore, which does bring us past level 38 Herblore, which means we can now make Prayer Restore potions. And I think that is it. Not for the video, because I do want to make it up to you guys, because the previous Barrows run got corrupted, the files got corrupted, so I want to do one more. Alright, here we are at Barrows for run number 2. This is what the inventory is looking like. I did get some range gear back for Aram, because Aram is going to be a real pain, especially during these early runs. And I think I'm going to start with Aram, because that is the lowest amount of prayer drain that I will get, so it'll conserve more prayer too in the long run, I believe. So I just took out Aram, and my prayer is already at 1, so this is tough. But I mean, we do have our prayer potions, so there is that. And also using the Flames of Zamorak with the Zamorak staff, I will have to manually cast a spell every single time, because as you can see, I cannot manually cast a spell. So every time I want to use Flames of Zamorak, I have to use it every single time. Oh, looks like we have Darok in the caves. But you know what? I prefer that over Aram and Kirill. Any melee brother in the caves is good for me. But I think actually Carol should be our second one because he is the second hardest. All the melee brothers, the 4 melee brothers are very easy, but Aram and somewhat Carol are going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, I kind of forgot I'm supposed to use this 100 times inside the arena, then I can use it. Alright, now I can use it outside the arena.
Now the thing about Carol and Aram is that they both can do some pretty devastating effects to my stats. Like Aram can lower my strength, Carol will lower my agility. So even though I was only in there for like 30 seconds, he did lower my agility by 40 points. So in the future, it may be worthwhile to get a
restore potion or 2. Alright, yeah, the melee brothers are really easy. I only use 1 prayer potion per melee brother. It's just Carol and Aram that I have really a hard time with.
So I just killed Rargh, and this is our chest opening number 2, and it ain't bad, but the main thing is our chest count is now 2.
But yeah, blood runes, chaos runes, and coins, it's a pretty decent chest. It also does help me resupply on blood runes, which is always a good thing. But that's gonna do it for today. We did get a decent amount of stats up. Our gear is also, I'm pretty happy with our gear. It's just the ranged part that's what I'm struggling with, which also uncoincidentally makes Aram the hardest Barrows brother to go up against. But stats are definitely the main focus point I'm gonna have to do on the next video. And speaking of next video, I hope to see you all again in the next one. Take care.